Hello, welcome back to Mod Mondays. We're not quite done with Fallout yet. We're going to focus on Fallout 2 now. This one's a little bit more complicated, but not too much. It doesn't use a mod manager like the more modern day Fallout games. You basically have to play around with the files. What you'll need for this one is really just the a legal copy of Fallout 2, like I do. Technically, I got this for free because GOG had a deal several years ago. Got it pretty much as soon as I could, but it still needs to be legal. Alright. And first off, we're going to focus on the Fallout 2 Restoration Project. If you know anything about Fallout 2, you'll know that you've heard about this specific mod. It basically takes a lot of content and tries to put them back into Fallout 2. I always like using this because Fallout 2 has a level cap of 99, and I always like to add more to a game. And I thought it was pretty interesting. I thought it was pretty neat. Some people don't like some of the changes, but I do. Now, there are two versions. There's this one, which is the classic version of the Restoration Project. It hasn't been updated in years, as you can see, and I don't know where Killap, the guy doing it, is now. But the one I'm going to be using is the updated version. Go to Releases, click here, and download. I already downloaded this for the specific video earlier. Make things easier. I also downloaded what is called sfall, which is basically a Russian mod meant to modify the engine of Fallout 2. Yes, I said Russian because for some strange reason, the classic Fallouts are extremely popular with Russians. I don't know why. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just like, not one of those things you're just surprised about. Now, let's focus on the Restoration Project for now. I downloaded the exe first. So what I need to do is go over here, go into the game directory, and access Restoration Project Updated. As far as I know, I think Restoration Project comes with its own version of sfall, but we'll see. Alright. Don't worry about the notes. Next. I'm going to put this into a different file here. There we go. And next. And as you can see, there are a lot of different options. English. And various different ammo damage formula. You won't worry about that. If you want to go for basic vanilla, I just leave it alone. sfall quality of life features. We'll talk about sfall in a bit. I will get into that soon, eventually. I'm probably just gonna leave all these alone, more or less. They're all just quality of life features, with the exception of the talking head voice for Cassidy, one of the companions of Fallout 2, who did not have one, but apparently was popular enough that a guy came in, made his own voice, and created a facial animation for the character. So I'm just going to leave all these alone. Hit install. This is going to take a bit. I'm going to pause for a little while before we get into the nitty-gritty. We are back. Now that we're finished, we can go into this mod folder and try to check out what exactly it is we're going to change here. This mod folder wasn't in the original Killap version, but in the Restoration Project, they added a mod folder, which I'm glad. Now we're going to go into sfall, see what kind of quality of life changes we can make. If you want to turn them on, just set to 1, obviously. I always set these to 1 because I have bad eyesight, and these are very much a godsend. Change what colors you want. Not going to worry about motion scanner mode because I never used the motion scanner in normal gameplay. Combat control, in my opinion, is probably my favorite part of this whole entire game because my biggest problem with the original Fallout is first 2 Fallout games is that you can't control your party members, and this could screw you over if you're not careful. I had many times where a party member accidentally got me into a burst fire and I died. Heck, one time it accidentally turned an entire town hostile towards me. That was a madness. You can also look up perk IDs if you want. Let's see where it is. I know where they are. But actually. If you really want to get more mods, just go to No Mutants Allowed. That helps out a lot. There we go. Here's where your perk IDs are. If you want to add them to your party members. I don't know how well it works. It never really seemed to be... I don't think it really worked out well, but we'll see. Alright. It says play name. And we'll worry, and that's all we have to do. Save. Now, the critter IDs are mainly for the companions. Don't worry about that. That's for party members. Party orders. Not going to worry about that. This is if you want to add some extra stuff and change some items. Let's see here. What else can I get? Mod order is, as it says, you add changes to your mods if you want. Now, let's see here. Let's start the game up. And I always create a new character. Uh-oh, this is a problem. Yeah, I actually wanted to showcase this issue I always have. That the high resolution is very hard to get down. You basically have to hope and pray you get it to work. So what I'm going to do is do some adjusting of the high resolution. You go to draw.ini. This might take you a few tries. It took me a couple of tries to get it to work. Because it was just so much pain and misery. But let's see here. We're gonna go full screen for now. Let's see if that works. The draw does have other things alongside it. I should let you know. You expand series, expand mod inventories, and of course the world map. I'm not going to worry about this right now. I would like to show you something that you can do in D-Draw that makes it that can make the game a bit easier, if you want. It's not a big deal. The game's not beyond the first two towns. The game won't be that bad, but we'll see. Like all these stuff, unless the mod tells you about them, don't worry about it. If you have like a completely different mod you want to download from Nexus or No Mutants Allowed, I'm gonna make the Pip-Boy available at the game start just for easiness. And see here. This will make things easier. Horde encounter, that's like near the beginning of the game. It's kind of unskippable. Not too bad your first time, but if you're like playing this multiple times, you're gonna have a problem. It's gonna be annoying. Ah, here we go. The XP table. Where you can basically change it to make experience points a lot easier. My favorite, I usually increase it, but you can decrease it if you want, like, make a, if you want to make the game, if you want to, like, get a, if you want to have a challenge run and you want to have a much harder time, I like to make it quicker because, like I said, the game has a level cap of 99. Let's see here. I know what I am looking for. Park out low. We're not going to worry about that. Yeah, that's me. This is all my mods. I know I have a lot of them. Ah, here we're looking for. And this one's the one I use. There actually is an XP table somewhere on No Mutants Allowed. I'm sorry, this was a bit of a tangent. I'm not going to worry about this right now. So, if you want to use it, that's fine. It's also on something else. And alright, I think that's about it for now. That's all we need to worry about. Debugging. Yeah, so here's one thing I want to check out first before I Alright, so that's about it. Let's save. Now we go into the nitty gritty. Now see if our high resolution works, or we have to work it a little bit. It is working so far. So there's still a little bit of the screen is not as much as I want it to be. Let's go back to options to see what we can do. Ah, scaling times 2. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I find that I keep having to do this a lot. Like I said, the game's really bad about this. I can spend like hours trying to get this thing to work the way I want it to. Another thing I also done is high resolution factor. Alright, cancel. Is do this as well. The high resolution patch should work. And I put it on 2x scaling, it should work. It did not. Actually made things worse. Whoops. Alright. I'm probably going to pause for a little bit to see if I can... And, well, we'll see how we can get this done. The amount of times I've had to fix this thing's resolution is, like, immense. Oops, press the wrong button. Welcome to my channel where I make mistakes. Alright, so I'm just gonna leave this mode alone. And close here. Save. Probably gonna be a little bit quiet. Might have to montage this if I need to get it to work. There we go. Alright. Now that I got the resolution and all that fixed up, we can actually start the game. You'll note that your restoration project and sfall have been successfully downloaded when you see this little thing right here. Now, let's do a little beginning. Start from the beginning for a bit. I'm gonna create a character. Does anyone ever use those characters? Like, does anyone ever use those guys? I've never done it. It just doesn't seem right to me. Why not? Gifted is incredibly broken. That shot is probably way better. You can't aim, but I never really can't aim. That's like a mechanic in Fallout. You know how VATS works? It works the same way. But you know, I never really used it very often, so I never just no point. Fast shot really just seems to be more of a boon than anything else. And got tag, small guns, speech. Always pick a utility skill and a combat skill when playing Fallout 2. And we're gonna go to agility. Don't need strength all that much in this game. Let's see here. Intelligence is always useful. Perception. And I think we'll be good. Why not? Add some luck. Next. And I guess to start.
Come in.
I'm gonna skip this. I'm not doing a full playthrough yet. I might. Who knows? I might do it just for fun. As you can see, I'm already wearing my vault suit. Those who played the game know that you're not supposed to have your Pip-Boy yet, or your vault suit yet. I'm gonna put this to easy. This game is difficult enough as it is. And always run. The problem with doing always running is that if you do it, you're going to end up losing your stealth capabilities. I'm certain it's possible, but not really something you want to do. Yeah. The Temple Trials. I can already hear the gritting teeth of every classic Fallout fan. It's not the worst thing ever, but when you're like doing multiple playthroughs, it gets tedious. This is like what, my 4th, maybe 5th playthrough with this game. 5th time starting this game. Honestly, modding Fallout 2 is actually a lot easier than modding Baldur's Gate. In my opinion. At least Baldur's Gate 2. Yeah, you guys who play Baldur's Gate 3 are lucky. You guys get a relatively easy game to deal with. Ugh. Yeah. This is I'm actually playing with a high unarmed skill. If you weren't, you were basically screwed. Since there's no respec, you can't do anything about it. I can argue to tell you that the early part of Fallout 2 is probably the worst in my opinion. Purely because of just how long it takes to do anything. The game gets better from here, but good God. I don't know if I'll skip this part, but we'll see. Show you the item highlight. I haven't mapped to space bar, so I haven't mapped to the shift button actually. The shift key. So but you can map it to whatever you want. Unarmed combat in this game is like really useful. I'm poisoned. And that is not good. I believe there's some antidote nearby, but being poisoned in this game is not nearly that bad. At least from my experience, from what I remember. But we'll see. I like those sound effects. I might actually not do a playthrough. I might just do a playthrough of one of the Fallout Total Conversion mods. That's where they basically just changed the entire game to practically a different game themselves. There's Fallout Sonora, Fallout Olympus 2077. Hold on, go to my skill decks. That wasn't too hard. I'm just gonna run through this. Not that big a deal. Now I just have to wait a little bit. And one problem with this game is how the skill systems work. And in your later Fallouts, they kind of consolidated the first aid and doctor skills into one. But in this game, there's like first aid and doctor. And if you can tell the difference between the two, please tell me. I can never tell the difference between those two. All I know is that one heals more. Why they needed to have two of those skills to do the same thing, I don't know. It's a little bit better than Fallout 1, where there's like... Sorry, I'm getting my voice mixed up. Sorry, I'm getting myself mixed up here. It's a little bit better in than Fallout 1. This game, a lot of the skills do get some uses, like repair and science. But in Fallout 1, you use repair like once. Say what you will about the later Fallout games, their skills are actually a lot more useful. But yeah, there's like first aid and doctor. Why are those two different skills? I don't know. I know doctor heals you more. But, yeah, it just seems like a really pointless to make them two different things. Later Fallout games would, again, consolidate them into medicine skill. Which I think is way better. You lose the ability to heal yourself, right off the bat, but, I think it's better altogether. I'll show you what I mean by healing yourself right out the bat in a bit. We're just gotta take care of this. What's in here? That's right. A bomb. I want to get out. I could go over there to look in that treasure chest, but I want to get out of this tutorial as soon as possible. So, just do this. I always said the maximum. Run! Normally you're not supposed to do this. Oh, okay, never mind. Guess I'll just have to wait a little bit. What I can do is this. I hit doctor. Click on yourself or a party member. And you can heal yourself. Usually. It has a chance to fail, because of course it does. I want out of this dungeon as soon as possible, so let's just get straight to the main boss of the dungeon. So we get rid of these ants. I could also try a Navarro run if I really wanted to. First, let's talk to the guy. Yeah, good old-fashioned just talking your way out of a problem. That's Fallout for you. Now that we're done, first,